How should you behave when someone disrespects you in public or makes an unpleasant joke that belittles or embarrasses you? How can you gain respect from those who habitually fail to recognize the value of others? These questions touch on a deep and universal part of our human experience. Today, we'll explore responses rooted in the wisdom of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us to detach from the chaos of external judgments and embrace a serene state of mind, where the opinions of others neither define nor disturb us. By the end of this discussion, you'll be equipped to handle moments of disrespect with poise and dignity, understanding why these principles have stood the test of time, offering peace and resilience amidst life's tumult. First impressions matter, they set the tone for future interactions. In the Stoic tradition, much emphasis is placed on control, understanding what we can influence and what we cannot. When meeting someone, you have a powerful opportunity to influence the narrative of who you are. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of self-control and dignity, emphasizing that the only thing we truly control is ourselves, our actions, reactions, and demeanor. A firm handshake, maintaining eye contact, and presenting yourself with confidence not only follow social etiquette but also make a statement about your respect for both yourself and the other person. This mutual recognition of humanity and dignity is deeply rooted in Stoic values. Epictetus taught that we should concern ourselves only with what is in our power. Our presentation is within our control. By consciously choosing to present ourselves authentically and respectfully, we set expectations for how others will view us and how we view ourselves. A strong first impression reinforces our self-perception as competent and confident. Moreover, consider the ripple effect of that first encounter. A positive first impression can pave the way for smoother interactions and favorable outcomes. However, it's crucial to detach from the outcome. While we can strive to make a positive impression, how others perceive us is ultimately outside our control. This detachment is liberating, freeing us from overanalyzing social interactions and allowing us to remain true to our principles. Stoicism teaches us about the impermanence of first impressions. Just as our initial judgments can change, so too can others' perceptions of us. We should aim to consistently embody virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation, as each interaction is a chance to prove our commitment to these values. When someone interrupts you, navigating interruptions gracefully blends assertiveness with Stoic wisdom. Imagine sharing a thought when someone cuts you off. This common scenario tests our patience. Stoics teach us to embrace every situation as an opportunity to practice virtue. The Stoic approach to interruptions is about maintaining inner peace and perspective. Seneca discussed the importance of tranquility, emphasizing that external disturbances should not disrupt our internal state. When interrupted, respond with patience and composure, reflecting self-control and respect for the conversation. Take a moment to collect your thoughts. This pause is strategic, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Address the interruption with a firm yet polite request to finish your point, using phrases like, "May I finish my point?" This communicates your desire to continue while respecting both your right to speak and the other person's interest. The Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control is relevant here. You cannot control another's impulse to interrupt, but you can control your reaction. By responding with dignity, you positively influence the situation, guiding it back to a respectful dialogue. Sometimes, interruptions stem from genuine enthusiasm. Understanding this can help you decide how to respond. If the interruption adds value, acknowledging it before returning to your point can demonstrate flexibility and leadership. Stoic practices also mean recognizing when to let go. If an interruption leads to a more fruitful conversation, allowing the change can be wise. This doesn't mean relinquishing your chance to speak, but choosing the most beneficial path for the discussion. When someone uses humor at your expense, it can sting. How we respond to such jokes says much about our character and resilience. Stoicism offers guidance on handling these moments with grace and an empowering shift in perspective. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius believed in facing adversity with a calm mind, emphasizing that it's not external events that disturb us, but our reactions. When confronted with a joke that makes you the butt of humor, pause rather than react instinctively. This moment of silence is your first act of reclaiming control over yourself and the situation. After the pause, consider asking the jokester to repeat their comment. This request carries weight, as humor often relies on spontaneity. By asking for repetition, you subtly shift the dynamics, and the joke may lose its edge, exposing insensitivity. This technique demonstrates your stoic indifference to petty slights and your unwillingness to be ruffled by external opinions. Stoicism teaches that true harm comes from our perceptions, not the event itself. By showing that the joke didn't impact you enough to be fully understood the first time, you embody emotional independence. Handling such situations with poise sends a clear message about your boundaries and expectations regarding respect. You become a living example of maintaining dignity in the face of disrespect, influencing others by your example. In cases where humor isn't malicious, flipping the joke with a witty, non-offensive comeback can be effective, but this should be done carefully to maintain respect. The aim is not to win a battle of wits, but to demonstrate that you are unfazed. Sometimes, the most powerful response to disrespect is simply to walk away. This isn't about running from a problem, but recognizing that some battles aren't worth your energy. Stoicism encourages us to distinguish between what is and isn't worth our emotional investment. Walking away is a practical application of the dichotomy of control, focusing on what we can influence, our actions and attitudes. When faced with disrespect, we can't control others' behavior, but we can control our response. Choosing to leave a toxic situation is an act of self-respect, signaling that our well-being is a priority. Marcus Aurelius wrote about acting in accordance with nature, which includes seeking environments conducive to our growth. If a situation undermines your peace of mind, removing yourself is logical and healthy. This choice reflects the Stoic virtue of courage. It takes strength to walk away from familiar situations. The Stoic is called to be courageous not just in enduring hardship, but in making tough decisions that uphold moral ideals. When disrespect is repeated and dialogue fails, walking away can powerfully affirm your commitment to personal dignity. Moreover, choosing to walk away can transform how others perceive and treat you in the future, setting a precedent for mutual respect. This isn't manipulation, it's about setting boundaries. In Stoicism, appropriate actions align with one's character and circumstances. Walking away isn't just a physical act, it's about emotionally disengaging from harmful dynamics. It's an acknowledgement that not every conflict needs direct confrontation, some situations are better left behind. In the process, maintain composure and act with intention. This aligns with Stoic mindfulness. Every step should be considered and in service of your well-being and philosophical ideals. Thank you for joining us today at Stoic Journal. Remember, the essence of Stoicism isn't just about enduring challenges, but transforming them into opportunities for growth. We hope today's insights empower you to face adversities with greater wisdom. If you found this discussion helpful, consider watching one of the suggested videos to continue your journey with us. Together, let's explore how ancient wisdom can inspire modern lives. Thank you for being part of our community. Your presence enriches our exploration of Stoicism. See you in the next video.